With all what's going on, we've stocked up on supplies, including some canned goods. I ordered 30 cans of beans a few weeks ago. 10 are black beans, 10 are kidney beans, and 10 are pink beans. I ordered 15 cans of chickpeas as well. I thought this was a reasonable amount of beans and chickpeas to have every now and then, and it would last for quite some time. However, earlier this week, I opened the cabinet because I wanted to make a vegetarian chili using 2 cans of beans, but all the beans were gone. What the hell? I asked my girlfriend, and she told me she buried all the beans in the woods. At first I thought she was joking, but she explained. No, she had actually buried all the beans in the woods. What the fuck? I asked her to explain, and she told me that she was afraid that, if things get bad, we might have to worry about looters or whatever. And the beans... and that the beans would be in danger of being stolen. I said I thought that was completely ridiculous and unlikely. She became angry at me and she said, "She's protecting our beans." According to her logic, the beans are safely buried in the woods behind our apartment complex, but would prefer if we save them for if things get worse. I said, why only bury the beans? Why not bury our more valuable items? She said the canned food was the most valuable for long-term means, and that since we get fresh food in our online grocery deliveries, that it would make sense to continue a stockpile of beans. She intends to go bury more beans in the woods every week. This was too insane for me and I got very upset. I demanded to know where the beans were buried. She refused to tell me. She said if I knew, she was afraid I'd dig them up. I said, goddamn right I would. She said, I will never jeopardize the beans. The following day I tried to put my foot down. I'm not usually a foot downer, but there are rare issues where compromise is out of the question, and I foolishly decided that this was one of the issues. Again, I demanded to know where the beans were buried. I told her if she was going to bury the beans I paid for in the woods, that I would move out. We fought about it and I kept insisting. In hindsight, I should have let it go and created my own hidden stash of beans in the apartment, and just given her time to maybe cool down about this whole bean buying scenario. But I blew it all out of proportion. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird to bury beans in the woods, but why did I have to press it? What's the harm at the end of the day? In the grand scheme of things. But I kept demanding her to take me to the beans. Or at least draw me a map or something. And finally, she broke up with me. Over the beans. I've lost the love of my life because I couldn't let the damn beans go. I'm in disbelief. She moved out. Not only am I heartbroken, but I'm now paying full rent instead of 50%, which is a huge financial issue for me. TLDR, I kept demanding that my girlfriend show me where she buried the beans in the woods, and she got so angry at me she ended our relationship and moved out. My heart is shattered, and my finances are jeopardized because of the bean hoard.